Mix 102.7 on the Morning Mix. We'll do another segment with Chris Boris in just a couple minutes, our paranormal investigator. We'll find out some other stuff that he and his partners have been investigating in just a few after we go back to the 90s with the Spin Doctors on the Morning Mix.
Yeah, we got Alan Cisco and Chris Boris.
You mentioned Spin Doctors. You like the Spin Doctors?
Yeah, the Spin Doctors kind of monopolized our time here, so...
He wants to talk, is what he wants.
We've also got your partner, Alan Cisco, on the Mix Lines. Alan, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning. Very well, thank you.
And you're a Buddhist priest.
Yes, sir.
How does one go from Buddhist priest to paranormal investigator?
Well, I kind of find it an easy jump, really, because we have, in our belief system, a lot of information that deals with alternate worlds and different forms of rebirth that one can take. And we have even one realm called the Hungry Ghosts.
Ooh.
And other realms where more violent spirits exist. And so we have that opening already there for it. And so I just kind of using these investigations as a springboard to kind of reaffirm this information that we've dealt with, kind of put it to the test.
Well, Alan, Chris has been telling us a lot about what you experienced down at the Mansfield Reformatory, and that sounds like just a hotbed of activity. Yeah, definitely. That place was a wonderful experience. Wonderful and terrifying, I guess you could say, at the same time.
Yeah.
We went from, we heard noises. We even smelled smoke in one area. It smelled like a cigar. And we also got a lot of EVPs there, which is electronic voice phenomena. Mm-hmm. And we even, at one point, we were at an area which is extremely, known for extremely a lot of activity. And we were asking, can we have some contact? And I went to go up a set of stairs, and all of a sudden my feet came out from under me, and it felt like someone pushed me right up the stairs. Equipment went everywhere, and I ate the floor.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was interesting to have such a very physical response come from it, because normally you don't get that. So it's a pretty strong place to have activity in. Alan, Chris, do you guys know Sonia that does the Haunted Cleveland tours? No, not familiar with her yet. Okay, you guys got to hook up.
No kidding.
She has was over on Johnson's Island, and apparently has a story of a little girl who was grabbed by something around the ankle as well. So. Oh yeah. Yeah. Have you guys done Johnson's Island yet? The Confederate cemetery over there?
Actually, I went there last week with the newspaper.
Okay.
And we didn't find anything.
Nothing there?
No.
Alan Cisco, the Chris's partner here with the paranormal investigation team here, was it
Haunted Investigators?
Is that what it's official?
What we're called.
Haunted Investigators.
And if you're dying to see any clips of our videos,
you have to say that.
The easiest way is to go to YouTube.com and just type in Haunted Investigators, and all our stuff will appear.
Really? Wow, okay.
Really?
Now, Alan, you've done exorcisms too. Yes. The exorcisms are an interesting thing. It's for us, at least, it wasn't the, we had the person tied in the chair and they were spitting vomit or whatever. It wasn't the Exorcist movie style. It was more of, we went into an area, and it had been an area that was supposedly haunted by the spirit of a rapist in this house, and it was causing a lot of problems with the people who were living there as they were being sucked into having violent interaction with each other, which seemed to mimic some of the things that had happened there before. And it was really a frightful situation with the couple. And so we went in and we went through a lot of prayers, sprinkling of holy water and burning of incense. And after a while, the air seemed to thicken as if something was coming into the air, and you could almost see kind of like electricity that was in the air. But after enough prayer and enough chanting, the entity dissipated and the area was cleaned. And so we ridded it of anything that was there. Wow.
Yeah, now, Sonia does the same thing.
Do you have much calling for that? I mean, do you have a couple of these a year or what? No. It's, most of the time it's just word of mouth. Okay. They find out, you can come in and clean the house. Sometimes it's people have just an uneasy feeling in their house, and they want us to go through and just kind of do like a cleansing in the house, where we ring bells, which cleanses the air and sets up a more positive vibration, and we chant through the whole room and burn incense. Hey, before we let you guys go, I know that there's a couple of things in the area that you investigated. Ritz Theater? Oh, yeah. What's happening out at the Ritz Theater, or happened? Well, there was we to set the thing up, we listened to a lot of the explanations of what people have seen, what went on, and as an investigator, your mind is thinking, well, this could be, this going on or that. You try to find explanations first and foremost because you want to do it in a scientific way. so that you're not just giving into hysteria and to personal experience, because you can't prove those. But we had, at one point, we were sitting in the theater trying to listen for to hear anything, and we heard voices in a distance speaking, and multiple ones of us heard that at the same time. We were also down in what's called the green room, which is a room that gives people an uneasy feeling, and we heard voices off in the distance, and all of us heard it at the same time. So it wasn't just one person having a personal experience, it was actually the group themselves having it.
Now, Chris, you were at the Haunted Hydro in Fremont. Is that like really haunted?
Yes. Actually, last year, a couple employees actually approached us and said, have you investigated this place? Because there are some things that have gone on here. And I guess over the course of time that it's been opened, 8 people have actually quit because of the paranormal activity. So it took about a year for us to set up a private investigation of the place, but we went in and we really had some interesting results. They actually have a real live skeleton.
Great.
That's part of the attraction. It was donated to them by some religious organization. I'm not exactly sure who. But
Isn't that abuse of a corpse or something?
Well, we were actually in the area trying to get EVPs, and we actually have a digital EVP reader, which will actually spike when you have something in the area. And we were asking questions, and we were like, if you're in the area, please spike the meter. And right on command, this thing spiked. And so we were asking questions, do you like being here? And, spike once for yes, spike twice for no. And right on command, it was like, yes.
Wow.
So that quickly dissipated, though. But right before we left, the most interesting thing that happened to us is we were sitting in the dark in the prop room all alone, just sitting quietly waiting for anything to happen. About 5 minutes in, we had a camera sitting up on the desk there, and the camera just magically turned off, and at the exact same time we heard something behind us hit the floor, and it just made a loud clatter. Now, it could be coincidence, but it's just really odd at the very same time that both these things occurred.
Haunted investigators Chris Boris and Alan Cisco. One more question before I let you guys go.
All right.
You guys wet your pants or anything when you experience any of this? I mean, really. I mean,
I can admit
does any of it scare the?
Nothing has been that creepy yet that I've encountered. Really but I mean, it's kind of like the buddy system. You have enough people around that you don't really get
Well, one time that was kind of funny is when we were at Mancy. We went down into this really dark, dank kind of basement area they have, which really is a hole, hole in the ground. And we were panning the flashlights around, of course, trying to find something. And all of a sudden, I pan the flashlight over, and I see what basically looks like a ghost, with the sheets and everything like that. And I just it gave me a startle for a second. Then I realized it was a cutout from Halloween. So, because all of a sudden my mind thought, oh my God, they actually look like, the ghost in the sheets.
Wow.
Looks like Casper, huh?
Well, Alan, very nice talking to you. And Chris, thank you very much for stopping in this morning and investigating. We've got a few of the copies of the DVDs that we'll give away in a couple minutes.
Okay, well,
investigators.
If you want to buy the DVDs, they're on Amazon.com or our website, y2bproductions.com. And it's spelled just how it sounds.
Y2B.
And if you want to see some video clips for free, just go to youtube.com and type in Haunted Investigators.
All right. You can write all the web addresses down, and I can put them on our morning mix page after I get off there.
Okay.
All right. Very good. Hey, gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
8:50 now in the morning mix. Stand by. We've got news, sports, joke of the week coming up, music news, lots of stuff yet to go in the morning mix. Hey, once again, thanks to Chris Boris, Haunted Investigators, in our studio this morning. And if you would like one of these Haunted Investigators DVDs and check out some of the stuff that they've been checking out, give us a call on the mix lines and we'll hook you up. 800-589-1027 or 419-621-1027. We'll take a couple callers and give them away there. All right, we have one of these haunted DVDs to give away. Victoria's on the line. Have you experienced anything haunted at your house? Or are you just into this stuff?
Well, the other night I kind of heard something walking through the house, and I thought maybe it was the cat, but it wasn't. And then I heard something drop in the kitchen, and again I got up, I thought it was the cat. Come to find out, the cat was sleeping in my bed with me. So I knew it wasn't the cat. I don't know what it was. I don't really care. I'm not going to think about it.
Meanwhile, your cat's saying, quit blaming me for everything.
Right.
All right, well, very good. Victoria, hope you find your haunting, or don't. And we've got one of these DVDs from the Ghost Hunters, the paranormal team here. The Haunted Investigation Team is the official name.
Exactly.
The Haunted Investigation Team. So you got one of those DVDs you can check out. I want to listen to that sound again.
Okay.
This was the best of the one, because I was really skeptical in the beginning.
You were. I could tell. Look on your face. You're scared.
This noise, here, let me get rid of this scary music here.
Yeah, let's hear it. This is very scientific here.
Yeah.
Is there anybody down here that'd like to speak to me?
All right.
Wow.
All right, and that noise, when slowed down, sounds like this. I'm John. Ooh. That is pretty cool. Wow, that is cool. Now, see, I'm getting a little shivery there. That is pretty cool. Well, thanks again to Chris Boris for stopping by. We'll give it away another one of those Haunted Investigators DVDs.